pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Already trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series live on JTN from the Phoenix Raceway here in Phoenix, Arizona. We're so glad you joined us here tonight on JTN for our last month of this season of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. Hello and welcome. My name is Joe Towinski. Joining me up here in the booth tonight, you know him, you love him. He is the one and only Mr. Chris Pickett. Chris, welcome to Arizona, buddy.
Thank you, Joe. It's a little, I guess it's a dry heat. It's a very dry, well, it's also 70 apparently, but, but looking forward to it. This is the 2011 version of Phoenix. So the start finish line is in the correct location on the front straightaway. So looking forward to seeing how these BSR guys get around this joint tonight.
It's going to be a fun time here tonight for these drivers around this 1 mile diamond in the desert. Phoenix has been the final race of the season for the last few years. This year with the kind of adjusted schedule that we have going on, with Homestead in a few weeks being the finale. Phoenix moving forward kind of in the calendar, or at least in the sequence of events, Chris. So how does that change maybe the outlook for these drivers here tonight? Of course, it was never a winner-take-all scenario like you see in the NASCAR Cup Series, but still this race was the last one before the offseason in years past.
Yeah, you kind of get a little bit off kilter with how the schedule is now, but I mean, Phoenix is Phoenix. It's a tricky 1 mile oval. Got that tricky dog leg in the back stretch. So that's still going to be a challenge no matter where it lands in the schedule.
What's, obviously you talk about the dog leg. I think we'll see maybe some drivers cut it throughout the night. We'll see how crazy they get with that. Usually a little more tame here at BSR, but what does that maneuverability, especially with a freshly paved racetrack like this version of Phoenix is, what maneuverability does that give you, and what kind of, how risky, how crazy do you really want to get with it?
You can get aggressive. I mean, grip is out there with this repave. So you won't see the crazy restarts like you normally see with the new version of Phoenix with the start-finish line off turn 4 going into the dog leg. So you won't have them diving 5 and 6 wide down into turn 1 like you see in real life. So this is a little bit more tame. Like you said, the start finish line is on the straight part of the track going into turn 1.
Where it belongs.
The original way. And then you go into the dog leg. So they'll have a chance to kind of spread out. So you won't be quite as aggressive, but these guys will get after it. We'll see how they do. That transition going to the dog leg, though, is not quite as smooth as in real life either. So it's a little bit risky to go down there because it'll upset the car pretty good.
That, folks, is your Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series race preview here tonight. Qualifying has concluded. We'll get to those results in a few minutes, but kicking off our broadcast here tonight, we arrived at the track earlier this evening and were greeted with some very unfortunate and bad news. Driver of the number 54, Robbie Nices, passed away earlier this week. Drivers in the garage area still kind of processing things tonight. Before we take to the track here for happy hour, we're going to allow these drivers to observe a moment of silence, as we will here on JTN, in memory of Robbie, the Bandit Nices, and all his contributions, and not only the brotherhood here at Bomb Squad Racing, but to the rest of the NR2003 community. Again, Robbie Nices passed away earlier this week, and you see his 54 tonight going to be piloted by Tyler Mallon. as the drivers observe a moment of silence and a parade lap here before we get things kicked off from Phoenix. Thank you. As we turn our attention from the heavy hearts down in the garage area and on the racetrack tonight, cars now getting underway at speed here in Happy Hour. Tyler Mallon again tonight in the number 54 John Deere Dodge. Chris, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
Glad to do it, Joe. On the pole tonight is the 029 of Kilojoules with a 26.476 lap. Alongside is the 66 of Terry Scott with a 26.555. In row 2, it is Tyler Mallon, the 54, alongside Abby Powell. They're separated by 1/1000th of a second. Very close there in row 2. Row 3 is Steve Grant and Silver Bullet. In row 4, it's Cody Luke and Nelly. In row 5, it's Joshua Clements, second in points, alongside Herman Reese. Rest of the field in as good order as I can give you. Stenzo, Brain Fade, Ken Hansen, Magoo, Brian Voiles, Monty Keller, and Wiley King. And that's your lineup tonight, Joe.
KJ was able to win last night's Truck Series race, always a dominant force here at Phoenix, so most likely this 029 team going to be going for the week sweep, knowing KJ in that bunch, but so we'll watch to see if they can get leg 2 complete here tonight. Steve Grant was quick in opening practice as well, and so 11 Pontiac, so watch out for one of the team Speedland entries that the entire team is, I think KJ's around there. Yep, there he is. Yep. But those team Speedland entries have been fast all season long, so watch out for Steve again here tonight.
Cody Luke was fast in practice as well, just didn't get the qualifying lap, so something to watch out of that 8 car tonight as well.
I'm excited to see, because Cody's, of course, been away from the track for a good portion of this year, so first off, glad to see the 8 back out on track more consistently here in the last few weeks, but also looking forward to see what he can do here tonight. Of course, a familiar paint scheme, especially the Dale Jr. fans out there, Chris.
Yeah!
And sure they'll be happy to maybe see this car victory lane. If not,
that thing looks more like the 2007 version. I don't know if I like that one or not.
Didn't that one win here, though?
No.
Oh, was that the year before?
2007 was a bad year.
Well.
No. I have to ask Cody about that and see which year he based that off of.
He based it off of whatever year he wanted to.
Is that a? Oh wait, that's your logo on the corner panel. He may have used that as the Drecker Noir thing. So it might be like 0102. I'll take that, Cody. We'll talk about it later. We are seeing some tributes to Robbie in the chat as well. We definitely appreciate that. Keep them coming in. If you got any thoughts about that, you're more than welcome to share them in the chat. I'm sure everybody would love to see those. Gonna be a fun one here tonight, Joe. I think, even though you got the heaviness of the evening going on, but you got those two opposite ends of the track. That's got the opposite. That's got the different banking in the corners. So this place is a definite challenge.
Yeah. What's there's setup challenges, right? To having two kind of unique sets of corners, but for the driver, this isn't like your cookie cutter mile and a half where your lift points are maybe a little similar. They're never going to be the same, right? Let's not kid ourselves. But a track like this, Darlington is another one that comes to mind. Gateway now. Tracks like that have two unique sets of corners. What extra challenges do they kind of pose to the drivers?
It's a little bit of a mental game because you're trying to remember, okay, I go into this corner, I can go a little bit deeper than the opposite end. And then you're like, okay, which end am I in? And then you kind of get confused and then you wreck. That's the way I always looked at it. But the thing that this particular version of Phoenix always threw me off because of how wide turns 1 and 2 are. And it makes you feel like you can get back in the gas quicker than what you think you can. And if your setup's not there, you're going to start pushing. And as you get tighter through the course of the run, you're going to burn that right front off, and you're not going to be able to keep those tires on it for the full fuel run. So something to keep an eye on as the night goes on, see who's got the best setup and who's able to keep it underneath them all night long.
It's almost like a road course in the fact that like getting into that rhythm is going to be so important, right? You talk about road courses, obviously every course is different on a road course, right? Yeah. But you see drivers kind of get into a rhythm and kind of find their marks lap after lap, and you can see like on a restart, maybe drivers struggle a little bit more than they do 5-10 laps into a run. So interesting to see if some of these guys have that dynamic playing out for them here tonight. And we'll just watch as the night goes on. As again, we're watching KJ. He's your pole sitter tonight in this 029 Morton Salt Chevrolet.
This thing is looking good. He's got it glued right to that yellow line all the way around the track.
He likes this track.
Yeah, you can. I mean, he's see where he's at on the board. Yep, he's half a tenth at the top of the board.
Huh. Crazy.
He's won everything so far. He ran a 26.408 in practice. His qualifying lap was a 26.476. Nobody else is even in that tenth of a second. And in this happy hour session, he's ran a 26.6 to Tyler Mallon in second place, a 26.7. Yeah, you're exactly right. You can either get really tight here or wrecking ball loose. I like that. You're exactly right. Because you can go over the edge here really easily because of those differing corners. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's to the extreme of Pocono, but it kind of has the same feel, if that makes sense. You're trying to set it up to where the backstretch is the longest straightaway, for lack of a better term. So you're wanting to set up going into turn 3 because that's where you're carrying the most speed. But you're also going into the flat end of the track too. So it's tough to set up for this place because you think about Pocono, you got those long straightaways going into flat corners, kind of doing the same thing there, trying to figure out which corner you want to set up for, which usually you want to be set up for turn 3 there because you're going down the long front straightaway. Carry as much speed as you can going into 1.
How much speed do you want to carry into turn 1?
As much as you can.
How much? So, like, quantify it for me.
Mucho.
That's not quantifying it.
Okay.
I want numerical quantification.
Here, I think you're wanting to top out about 165, 170 down turn 1, turn 3, wherever we're at. I don't know where we are. I have to look at that again.
Sorry. 160.
I don't know how fast they're going in the corner. I didn't look at their telemetry. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's.
I'll get back to you on it, Joe.
I feel like that's a little fast. I don't know.
Let me find out.
Zach's already.
I'm already getting yelled at. I'm sorry.
Zach yells at us a lot.
He does.
Did you ever notice that? And like he leaves comments after the race too.
Yeah. Which
Like
I encourage
telling us
that. That's
when we're
perfectly
wrong.
fine.
Like
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, you guys are wrong here. There was no tire wear."
Yeah. Yeah, that was also directed at me.
Man, to start. Fire up engines to start. Here we go. KJ on pole tonight. 029. Tate, the guy from Maverick, definitely hit 170 at one point.
Good, Tate.
That's fair, Zach. That's fair. You could leave comments for races that you're not in. I mean, you do you, boo. Make sure you're leaving comments tonight, folks. We appreciate talking with you throughout the race. Make sure you leave likes, too.
Thank you, Tate.
And if you're going to click the like button, click it an odd number of times.
Yes.
Not an even number of times, an odd number of times. How is it disrespectful? Live chat free game. Yeah, because it's not like they can see that after the fact either. Anyways, KJ with control here. Great flag. We're racing 110 laps from Phoenix. Abby Powell now to the inside of outside pole sitter Terry Scott.
Sorry, Joe. We had a power outage on my side of the booth here.
Oh my
I'm now back,
goodness.
and now I can see things.
Wow.
Yeah, it happens.
Disrespectful.
I know, right? Somebody stepped on a surge protector again over here.
Bristol.
I didn't want to name names. I got yelled at about that before too.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I won't.
He does sign the checks. I know I always joke that I sign them, but really it's his paw print that's the actual signature, so.
It is really awesome when he does it too.
It is.
I framed my first one.
Did you?
I did. It's hanging up right above this monitor over here. You see it?
Wow. Oh my goodness, it is. You can
Yeah.
Do you take that with you everywhere to every
I
track?
permaplaqued it and I take it everywhere.
And it's in your little briefcase.
Yep. Alongside the Reese's cups and underwear.
Wait. That's all you have in there?
That's all you need.
Kilojoule's out in front of the field, still working lap 4 of 110 here from Phoenix. Just your typical Joe and Chris banter up here in the booth tonight, apparently, including underwear, Reese's peanut butter cups, and plaques.
I need some Reese's peanut butter cups underwear. That'd be cool.
I'm sure they make those.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down. Send me your address.
Everybody pretty much single file, kind of getting through this first fuel run here, seeing how the car is going to handle over the course of the run. Silver Bullet's got a problem in turn 3, Joe. On the apron, rolling around very slow.
Oh no. I wonder if he lost the motor. Well, it sounds like it's running.
Oh, he had an issue right off the bat. I'm sorry. He missed the start, and now he's rolling slow on the pit lane. I was wondering why he was only showing. He hadn't even completed a lap yet. And he just did, and I think he's back in the pits. He may be parking it.
Herman Reese in a Cadillac tonight. I saw the comments about different manufacturers. So we got a Cadillac CTS. There's a Dodge Dart.
Yep.
Of course,
5 different versions of the Chevy.
Yep. A couple different Fords. Although, is Brian the only Ford in the field tonight? There's a couple Pontiacs.
Yep, a couple Pontiacs, definitely. Ken Hansen's in a Ford.
Ken Hansen's in a Ford.
Yep. But he's in the Fusion.
Right, so we got a couple Fords. That's what I like about our friends here at Bomb Squad. Not afraid to run all the manufacturers
Nah,
under
they
the
don't
rainbow.
care. Just get in a car and run.
Just get in the car and drive, man. Got... What is it?
Got Abby Powell underneath.
Steve Grant for position.
Steve Grant there.
I
Cody
got you.
Luke looking in there. Yep, sorry.
There's a
Battle
line.
there for fourth.
Got half a tank of gas, a pack of cigarettes, and we're wearing sunglasses at night. Let's roll.
How many random songs are we gonna put in that sentence? Well, this pack is getting racy back here.
They're
You
having
got Grant,
fun.
Powell. Grant was able to hold off Powell, and then you got
It
Cody
was.
Luke back here. You got
Nelly.
Nelly, Clements, and Brain Fade all right here in a little wad right here.
Oh. Update on the Ford. GPU is overheating. It's not good.
No, it's not. Oh, Stenzo is around on the back stretch. He catches it.
We stay green?
Didn't even go all the way around. Just kind of did a little slide going in the dog leg. And,
We stay green?
yep, everything's good. Did a heck of a job there.
Should have phrased it like a question.
We stay green?
Abby Powell gets on by Steve Grant. Now Nelly to the inside of Grant for position. 137 degrees is not good. Would not recommend that.
Now in the car, that's fine.
In the car, that's okay, but
GPU, not so much. Yeah,
still not
that's what we're
great.
dealing
Nelly
with
makes
here.
the pass. Now Clements to the inside of Cody Luke. Those are some pretty iconic paint schemes.
Jimmy Johnson versus Dale Jr. out turn two. Ooh, Cody's loose on the outside of turn two.
People always like to talk about how like cars had the same paint schemes and whatnot, but Jimmy Johnson had a new Lowe's car like every year.
Every year was a little different. You're right.
It's a little bit different.
Yep.
I think the only time it didn't change was between 2012 and 2013, and then 2010 and 2011 was the same scheme.
Yep. I think you're right.
So they hold on to them for like 2 years instead of 1. You know?
There's something subtle in each one of them that was different.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you had the major ones too, but
Oh my God, that last Lowe's paint scheme. The Lowe's
the
for
Lowe's
pros.
for pros. Oh gosh.
Blech. You think my facts are... Why are my facts shaky, Zach? I need you to come at me with some cold, hard facts if you're going to tell me mine are false.
We need photographic proof.
Yeah.
That is true. The early Lowe's schemes, I think 2002 through...
They weren't all the same.
Nah,
They weren't.
they were
all the-
closer.
They were
yeah.
close, but they weren't
Like I
all
said,
the
the
same.
subtle differences. Yeah. Well, I mean, 2002, 2003, they took some yellow off the bumper.
Little changes. I mean, they took yellow off of the rear bumper 2002 to 2003. Come on.
That was the joke, Joe.
Yeah.
And also a fact.
Yeah.
Cody Luke making a move on the back stretch around Steve Grant. Got Brain Fade coming low.
So Steve Grant is falling back here about halfway through a fuel run.
Yep. Like Cody's car's kind of coming back to him. He looked like he was loose at the start. Steve's kind of running this high line through the corners, so
He's running it willingly.
yeah. I'm wondering if he's trying to conserve or if that's just the only place the car's happy right now. Cadillac underneath him.
Wish we had our Jimmy Johnson, our resident Jimmy Johnson expert on call tonight.
Who would that be? I'll see if I can ping him.
Davey Hazard.
Ah, yes, Davey.
Ah, yes,
I
yes.
should have known that.
Yes, yes. KJ still out in front of the field, working lap 18 of 110 here from Phoenix.
For
All
the
right.
Wiley King fans out there, he was having some warping issues and looks like he's parked it.
And he's had those issues here the last couple
Yeah.
of months, so they're still trying to iron that out. But that team was so quick here the first 2/3 of the season. Shame to kind
You
of see
hate to
it
have
fall apart.
technology. Yeah,
Yeah.
a technological issue take you out. That's just terrible.
I mean, I have technological issues all the time, but it has nothing to do with my computer.
It's the mental computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It don't work good.
It don't work good. Don't turn good. Don't work good.
Man, remember when people used to say we were better than Fox?
Yeah,
Where are those
that wasn't
people?
too long ago. That was like 3-4 weeks ago. I was here when they said that.
What happened to those people? Are those people
I don't
still
know.
out there? I need my ego boosted tonight,
Yeah.
folks.
Ford Ego Boost.
Or ego boost. Can't see
Yeah,
Tyler.
the 2010s. It was like that was when you changed it every daggone year.
Yeah. Gotta sell more diecast, man.
Yep.
Tyler Mallon in the 54 tonight. If you missed it at the top of the show, this past week we lost a good friend and member of the Bomb Squad Racing League Clubhouse, Robbie Nices. Passed away earlier this week. A memorial race is upcoming here. We'll have more info as we can get that to you in the coming weeks, but be open to the public and whatnot to pay respects. But again, Tyler Mallon tonight in the 54 in honor of Robbie, who again unfortunately passed away earlier this week. Running second right now here after starting third tonight.
And from what I'm hearing, that race is probably going to be at Talladega, is what they were telling us earlier. So definitely keep an eye out for. There'll definitely be a lot of publicity about that once they figure out time and everything. But this is all pretty new information. So, but stay tuned. We'll let you know when we hear. Yeah, Steve Grant's car is just dog meat right now. He's all the way back in 12.
Dog
now.
meat,
Dog meat.
like the dog from Fallout.
Sure.
You don't play those games.
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Those are a little too edgy for you.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And
yeah.
your
my soup for one life. Yeah.
your what?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, mister, I don't like to have a good time over here.
Mr. Square. Tyler's starting to close the gap a little bit here on KJ, Joe. Just a little bit. He's about a 10th faster. Yeah, last time by, KJ ran a 27:28. Tyler ran a 27:20. So he's closing the gap a little bit here. You've kind of seen this out of KJ just a little bit here. He's fast at the beginning of the run. It kind of falls off about mid, and then it goes kaput at the end of the run. So we'll see how he's got the setup tonight. See if maybe he's got a full fuel run setup underneath that 029 tonight.
Coming up on 30 laps. Remember when Tate said earlier?
Yep.
That's good to hear too, Zach. Our Rolling Thunder Gaming retired 54 for Robbie.
Got a little three-car battle here shaping up in the pack a little bit here going into one. Got the 73. Herman Reese. You got Ken Hansen. You got Brain Fade battling through the dog leg here. Is it Reese or Rice? Somebody help me out.
Herman
with that.
Reese.
Reese, that's what I thought. Okay. So he's kind of coming through the field a little bit here. He's up to 8th. He's
usually a tire conservation guy.
Yeah, he's been definitely conserving them here and kind of letting everybody else burn their stuff up, and that Cadillac's moving up.
Cadillac's sinking into the track.
Get that extreme downforce package going.
No kidding. Gap's still about a second between first and second.
Yeah, Tyler's no longer closing up as quick as he was.
Wonder if KJ maybe hit the little boost button.
Oh, that time by Tyler was again faster by almost a 10th. So Actually, right out of 10th.
Uh-oh.
27-4, 27-3.
Are you playing the Jaws music yet?
Dun, 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 and this time by?
That music was playing in my
How about
head
half a 10th?
at the end of the Chicago street race, let me tell you.
When Tyler Reddick was coming. Another Tyler, yeah. Something about those Tylers trying to sneak up there and take a win away.
Wiley was having some internet issues.
Yeah, that's what I...
Yeah, update on the 095. Zach, if you're listening, Chris said that already, so appreciate you listening. Zach can take it, okay? Zach can take it. He can take the sass. There are folks out there that can take the sass. There are folks out there we will not sass because we don't know you, and that's just not nice. Zach can take the sass.
We will consider the sassiness towards you, but
yes.
I won't do it.
There's a fake little man on there.
So basically what you're saying is you're trying to remember what you're going to say and type it in real quick and then just ignoring where we're at in the conversation. Okay. Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Tell you what. Ooh, KJ sliding in turn one.
Little bit. Little
skirt.
Skirt.
I mean, he threw it in turn one there. Goodness.
And that's kind of a sign that this car is becoming a little tight on corner entry for him.
Yep.
Being a little more forceful with the wheel.
Yeah, Tyler's been kind of smooth into the turns, kind of staying right on the yellow line. KJ's trying to find something a little bit here. Maintaining good lap time, though, but Tyler's just a 10th faster right now. Everybody else just kind of fighting for table scraps back here. 3rd through 6th is kind of closing up a little bit. Gary Scott sitting in 3rd. Abby Powell in 4th. Nelly in 5th. And Joshua Clements in 6th. And just for the record, those guys back there are a 1/10.5 to 2/10 off per lap of the leaders. And Tyler's closing the gap here off of 4.
Bristol is a good boy. Yeah, watching this, and you can see this 029, he's struggling, man. He's starting to struggle.
Here it is. That's gone over the edge
music a little bit more.
Catching him's one thing.
Passing him's another.
There it is. I tell you what. And all those other cliches.
Yeah, what else?
He's in that dirty air. He's going to try and make him arrow loose. No, in all seriousness, he's there.
He is there.
He is there.
See if these guys cut a little bit.
Goodness. Zach, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if he uses the plow on the front of that tractor to get by KJ here.
KJ will not be singing "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy" if that happens.
Yeah, he'll definitely be quite salty. I'm not, until somebody tells me not to use that joke, I'm going to use it every week.
Good.
Okay.
You need to use it if we talk to him after the race, too.
I have not yet done that. I don't think I will. All right, Tyler, he's right there.
What, if you're the 029 right now, you're trying to fend off this 54, you can kind of see where he's a little bit better than you, and it still feels like KJ might have a little bit more in this car that he's not using just yet. What kind of levers are you working with behind the wheel right now to try to keep that 54 behind you? As he had a big moment there, and that's going to allow Tyler Mallon to have a run here into 1.
Trying to hang on to the car right now. You don't want to do too much mirror driving right now. We're only 40 laps in this thing, so you don't want to, overdrive it trying to keep the 54 behind you. He's faster than you. Maybe just let him go for right now. Ride behind him, conserve your stuff, and then come back at him later. Do the Mark Martin deal. I mean, that car is... It's hard to say. I don't know if he's overdriving it in certain spots or If it just wants to, like right there, just wants to step out just a little bit, that car's so hard to read right now. But you're also closing up on a couple lap cars here too, so you got more focus in front of you too. Yep, you got it all over the place here now. Got some goo in front of them. Magoo gonna give him the inside line off of 4. And here comes Tyler in.
So Malin first to pit road. Wouldn't be surprised to see this 029 pit here pretty quickly.
Yeah, just pit stop snuck up on me. That second pack, all of them pretty much came in at the same time. You got Nelly on pit road, you got Terry Scott on pit road, Brain Fade.
So about 40 laps is the window.
Yep. Cody Luke's on pit road this time by along with Abby Powell. Brain Fade coming off now. Scott's already off. Nelly came out ahead of Scott.
KJ aggressive to pit lane.
Trying to see maybe he can gain a little time on that 54 when they come out and blend here in a little bit.
Yeah, so let's watch the 54 as he gets back up to speed. Oh no. Tyler Mountain serving a pit road penalty.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
KJ down and away from the box.
wow. That's a shame. I mean, if it's going to happen, let's have it early. Plenty of time to make it up here.
That should give KJ a huge advantage here once things cycle through.
Ken Hansen's currently the leader. He hasn't pitted yet. Nelly going by him to unlap himself. Nelly's in 5th. Right now, Joshua Clements hasn't pitted. He's in 2nd. Steve Grant, who was 3rd, is in the pits now. These guys that haven't pitted, they are well off the pace of the leaders, so... Actually, that just cycled back around. Ken Hansen still hasn't pitted. He's pitting now. Ooh, come on, buddy. Hang on to it. There we go.
He was like, I'm going to wait as long as possible to get down here. And he did.
Worked out well. And I apologize. Joshua Clements has pitted. He's now in 4th. I caught him right when he came off the pit lane. So that was my fault.
So Kilojoules will cycle through to be the race leader. Nelly should be 2nd. Clements will be 3rd. About, what was that, 10 seconds between the leader and 2nd right now?
11.5. Nope, sorry. 9 seconds between 1st and 2nd right now.
Wow. So if you're KJ, are you just on cruise control right now?
Now your biggest competitor kind of shot himself in the foot on that first pit stop, so now you're just kind of, you're kind of riding right now. When you got that much of a lead, foot off the gas.
Upcoming races here on JTN, presented by SchemeHaven.com. Autry Waits Memorial with our friends over at All Star Racing. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I think it says 9 p.m. on that graphic from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the Fuel Grade National Series heads to the Pocono Raceway, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, July 17th. And 1 week from tonight, Thursday, July 18th, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action from Watkins Glen. Coverage of those races, all times listed there, and of course, live right here only on JTN.
Watkins Glen.
You looking forward to that next week?
I love Watkins Glen. Favorite road course.
Favorite road course?
I love Watkins Glen. I don't know what it is about that place. That place is so much fun.
I think it's because it's like the easiest road course to drive.
That's probably part of it, but yeah,
I mean,
it's like a super speedway with right-hand turns.
Exactly.
The thing is so much fun. Did you ever play Grand Prix Legends?
No.
Oh, you got to find it. It is a hard game to play, but the demo version came with was it? Oh, it's either NASCAR 99 or NASCAR 3. I can't remember which one the demo was on, but that was the only track you could run in the demo was Watkins Glen, and I spent hours on that freaking track trying not to flip into hay bales and failing miserably. Luigi Raceway. There's nothing wrong with Luigi Raceway. Actually, just back up. Any Mario Kart track, except for the Bowser Castle ones. Fighting words in the chat.
Yes, Pocono does have 5 turns. That's correct. Right, Chris?
What turn 7?
What turn 6, actually?
Oh.
Yeah.
Steve Grant. He's not on track. What happened here? We totally overlooked that. I will be right back with you and find out.
We're great reporters, folks.
Yeah, that just slipped right past. I noticed he pitted out of third, but he never came back on track. So
He has retired.
yes, he has. Let's see if I can find out why. He came in the pits in third place. He's rolling down pit lane. He pits. He kind of short pitted into a stall. They started changing the tires, and then he disappeared. So I'm not for sure what happened.
Well, Steve Grant parking it for the night.
We'll hear from somebody and let us know what happened there. But right now, it's a mystery. No speculation on our part.
You're a mystery.
I am.
In like a good way, though.
Some might think so. Yeah, no reason listed. Just says retired.
Yes, in the game.
Retired.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
Like Martin Truex at the end of this year.
They released a bunch of Gone Fishing merchandise for him.
He already does. It's not
I know. We always
what
joke
are you gonna
on
retire to a Tuesday? What are we doing?
We always joke about it. Fake Racers podcast, folks, go listen to it. Davey Hazard is an avid Martin Truex Jr. hater. It's always fun to kind of wind him up. But we talked about it a while ago. I think it was last year we were talking about it when the retirement stuff was kind of going on with Truex, and we said, oh yeah, he just wants to go fish. And now they have merchandise that is like Gone Fishing with like Truex's car and just stuff like that. Chris knows NR, Zach. All right, he's not some newbie. I've actually learned a thing or two from him. Yeah, MTJ would be your number one driver.
We need a Gone Fishing reel.
Oh,
What'd you catch that bass on, Jimmy? I caught it with my Martin Truex reel.
we're kind of just all single file right now, folks. So I apologize for this kind of turning into a talk show.
Oh, trouble on turn 4, Joe.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Abby Powell around.
Caution's out. There we go. See, we just need to banter just enough, and there we go. Abby gives us some fun stuff to talk about now. They just came around on Abby off turn 4. What?
I like the catch that you had there.
Yeah. Just out of nowhere. Hey, he's 81's
Abby's around.
There it is. Really, we hadn't seen much out of that 81 being loose or anything. So that I don't know if that was just an over adjustment on the pit stop or what there.
everyone coming down pit lane here. Gonna take this opportunity. We're probably about 5, 6, maybe 10 laps outside of the window, so wouldn't be surprised to see some drivers maybe pit here before we go back green too, just to top off on fuel, Chris. But it's gonna make things interesting here. You save a little gas. Maybe you can take strategy to the victory lane tonight.
It's going to be interesting. Is it going to be a fuel run to the end? Are we going to see caution, caution, caution? Anything is possible.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
KJ wins the battle up pit road. Woo! Close for second behind him, though. I don't know who got it between Nelly and Clemens coming off the pit road. That was close. Clemens got it by a nose, I believe, if we're going by the line right at the end of the pit lane there. Yep. Clemens just took second. So, yep. And that just fell back into Tyler Mallon's hands, too. Remember, he had that pit stop situation with the penalty, so this brings him back into range here. Got to fight through a little traffic here. A few more guys ducking off pit road now. I think these are the lap down cars. Magoo's in. Brain Fade, I think, Brain Fade had stayed out. Led a lap.
Back into range.
He can at least see the leader now. He was 30-something seconds behind him.
It's always good.
That's where I usually live, so it's,
It's normal for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't phase me. It would phase Tyler.
It would face Tyler.
He hadn't seen he hadn't seen too many rear bumpers this season. He's seen a lot of front bumpers in the rear view. So Magoo pitted. Voiles pitted. I think Abby's got a penalty. 81's falling to the back of the field here. Something's... Yeah, I think he's rolling slow. Yep. Yeah, now it's rolling again. I'm just kind of seeing who pitted this time and whether or not they're going to try and try. I think, did Monty Color pit?
I assume everybody pit.
The second time by.
Maybe.
That's to top up. Nope. Monty Color.
That's your job, not mine.
I was going back. I was just talking out loud.
I am lead commentary.
I am know my role. I know my role. I'm sorry.
I am the captain of this ship.
Oh gosh. I make the rules.
I make the rules.
I need to watch that movie again.
I've never watched it. KJ with control here for the start of this race or restart. Jesus. KJ with control here for the start of the second half of this race. Joshua Clements there in the second. Nelly, Terry Scott, and Herman Reese your top 5.
How about that 73 up there? 5th place in that Cadillac.
That would be correct, Tate. EOL for the question.
Yep. I forget about that rule. Clearly. Hey, they're coming off turn 4. Let's bring them back.
Go for it.
All right, off turn 4. Here comes KJ into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Clements right there with him going into turn 1. Try not to let that 029 get away on this restart.
Nice and orderly restart here.
Caution's out, and I don't know why. It just came back out. I saw Monty Keller slow on the backstretch. I don't know if something happened to him. There's smoke and turn on the front stretch, actually.
Update, Tate was behind. Like all true Nebraska fans are living in the past. Tate was living in the past.
There's a big wreck on the front stretch that we totally missed on the restart.
Yep, I found it.
Yep. Well done, everybody at Fox.
Yep, this is a Fox problem.
Oh, something happened to Monty Keller. Like he missed a gear or something. It just comes out from underneath him on the front. Look at that. Did he shift in reverse or something?
I don't...
That is bizarre. It just... What? Wow. I have questions.
Tate, we didn't. Yeah, don't go there,
That's
man.
exactly what happened. It shifted into reverse.
Did it?
I just saw in his telemetry. It
You
just shifted
missed
into
a
reverse.
shift. Oh
Wow.
my goodness. What was that? Wow. Well, this puts everyone in a window to make it to the end if they pit here. So
I think that was his plan. I really do. He's helping everybody
I'm just
else
gonna
out,
ruin
Joe.
the transmission on my car.
Yeah.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Yeah,
Not Terry.
there you go.
Oh man, if that was Terry Scott.
Oh, man.
Oh man, opportunity was missed.
Yeah. That was unfortunate. I don't think anybody else that was involved in that got too much damage, but we're not putting the better than Fox to bed tonight, I don't think. After that one.
No, I shouldn't have said anything at the start.
We totally jinxed ourselves. Oh, Clement's coming in. At least on this lap. Bringing a few toward the back of the pack up. That was second place coming in. We're probably going to get a restart around, what, lap 70-ish, probably?
Yeah, so that puts us 40 laps to go or so. So
That's kind of right on the button there from what we saw with that first run.
It is, but I mean, right on the button's better than what they were, because they were kind of
They were
off to the
five
left of the
or
button.
six short. Yep, they were still
Yeah.
a little left. Now they're,
On
I don't know. Some guy, I think, didn't Tyler pit with like 38, 39, something like that?
Yeah, but I think that was a strategy call to pit early by a couple laps to try to gain an advantage on the 029.
Well, we haven't. The game hasn't crashed on Joe's end yet, Zach. So we're not to that level.
Oh my
yet.
God! Why would you say anything about that? It's
Well, because mine already did, and I think hopefully that was it. For
the
tonight.
offset.
Yes. I'll take
I wanna-
I'll take one for the team.
Folks, I want you to
Here
okay,
come the leaders.
yeah, here we go.
Oh, Herman restayed out.
I like it. Track
I
position.
did too. Thank you, Zach.
We've been having some internet issues the last week or so here in the house, just in general.
Yep.
And before we started broadcasting tonight, I had the bright idea to move the big piece of metal that was right in front of the Wi-Fi box out
Now,
from
Joe?
in front of the Wi-Fi box.
Tell us what that big piece of metal was.
It's an ice maker.
There we go. An ice maker.
So,
Is it like one of those countertop ones?
yeah, because
Like the? Do you make Sonic Ice? Please say yes.
what is Sonic Ice? I haven't been to a Sonic in years.
You don't know about the chewy Sonic Ice?
No, it's not like that then. No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Well, I had a feeling it probably wasn't, but they actually make those now.
Oh, yeah.
Countertop Sonic ones, like actual Sonic.
Or
ones.
Chick-fil-A ones.
I haven't seen that, but I have seen the Sonic one. Well, we got some new players up front now. This restart's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be what?
Fun.
Fun.
The Cadillac's leading the field.
Herman Reeks with control coming to lap 69
Nice.
of 110 here from Phoenix. Green flag. We're back underway.
Malin ducks out of line. Gonna try and get 2 or 3 of them here in turn 1.
Rear end kicking out on that 54 car. Joshua Clements there right behind. And here comes KJ looking to the inside of the 92 for position.
Yeah, now KJ's behind the 54 now, so. But I think KJ pitted and Tyler didn't. So this is going to get interesting. Tyler side by side with Cody Luke for third. Couldn't quite get that done.
So now do you just ride a little bit? If you're Tyler, if you're KJ? You're the 2 fastest cars here tonight.
The question is, can you get by them? I mean, it seems like this dirty air is not working to either one of their favors right now. You saw Tyler. I mean, he's been faster than the 8. Couldn't get by the 8. But they may be trying to save fuel too. Like I said, they're right on the edge of that fuel window. KJ's not holding much back. He's only 0.2 of a second off his fastest lap of the night. And Tyler's kind of in that same window, so I don't think they're conserving much, if anything, right now. I think they just flat out can't get by him. I think everybody's kind of stepped it up too. Oh, we got one around in turn 2. I believe that might be Brian Voiles back there. Yep, it is.
We'll stay green.
Green's still out. He's got it rolling. We should be good.
Oh no.
Getting some edgy comments on the
Ooh,
chat now. That's
Oh no.
goodness gracious.
Are they gonna fight? Ken Hansen kind of closing the gap here to Herman Reese for the race lead, 75 of 110.
Tyler just turned his fastest lap of the race.
Oh.
KJ was within 0.03 of a second of his fastest lap, so they got the wick turned up.
What does that mean?
But what's crazy is that they haven't really closed on these front 3 either. Turning the wick up means having more wick available to burn
Okay.
on like a candle.
Yeah,
whatnot.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's advantageous because it all burns at the same rate.
It's a taller. I don't know. We'll have to look it
Listen,
up later.
man.
I thought it was like a taller
But-
flame. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, okay,
it could be
that
it.
works.
Yeah, it's brighter. Not like us. We ain't bright.
That couldn't
Well.
fight. It's against New England Code of Conduct.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you, one of our own New Englanders described that conduct code. Heyo, Herman Reese with the race lead. Actually, I'm pretty sure any New Englander doesn't subscribe to that code of conduct.
I gotta tell you, Joe, I'm really impressed with these top 3 able to hang on in front of Tyler and KJ. Not to bring us back to the race, but I'm really impressed with this top 3. I would have thought that Tyler and KJ would have made quick work of all 3 of them, but they're just kind of sitting there.
Thank you, Tate.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Makes sense. It makes sense, but
That's
like,
what yeah.
no, you were right.
I know I said candle earlier, but yeah,
no,
like
no,
an
you
old
were
lamp.
right.
Yeah.
I understood. It's a weird saying.
Most old sayings are.
Yeah.
That's why they're old. I don't know why. Never mind. I don't know why I said it that way.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Is just a worse version of Iowa. All right, that'll set Tate off. So keep watching the broadcast. We'll get some comments.
It's not a state.
Oh, he's talking about New England. Did you
I
see
know.
that? Okay.
It's like, Nebraska's not a state either. It's like Wyoming.
It's like, so again, if you missed it at the start of the show, Robbie Nice usually drove ECT to Bandit, usually drove the 54 car. But we were informed before tonight's race began that unfortunately Robbie passed away earlier this week. So Tyler was asked to drive the 54 in his honor here tonight. We had a moment of silence before the race. Memory of Robbie. There'll be a memorial race here for our friends at Bomb Squad in the coming weeks. So again, Robbie Nice's the Bandit passing away earlier this week. Typically the driver of the 54, but Tyler taking over that car here tonight. Saw the question in chat.
KJ is all over him.
Yeah, he is.
Tried to make a move in turn 3, couldn't quite get there. Tried it again in 1, still couldn't get there.
Welcome in, Bill. It's just it's so hard to pass, right?
We haven't really seen much of any passing really at all, except for early on. And again, some of this might be riding, but don't have much more time to ride here, especially if you're Tyler and KJ here.
And while all this is going on, Herman Reese is just kind of laughing right now in the race lead, pulling away ever so slightly lap by lap.
Yeah, he's about a tenth faster than everybody else too up front.
Chris is in an aquarium.
Cody's on 4, caught the wall a bit.
I do not hear Chris in an aquarium.
That's interesting. Did my mic weird?
No, you sound fine to me.
I saw fine. It might be a U-turn or something, or wherever you're listening. My voice is tripping out. That may just be me. Tyler making a move again on Cody Luke now for third. Fix me, Joe. I don't need to sound like a robot.
Well, I can't because we got great racing going on track. I don't have the time to fix it. See
Can't
Tyler
fix me
Mellon
right
going
now.
on by Cody Luke. KJ going on by Cody Luke.
Crackling and the like.
Oh,
Must be a TeamSpeak thing, maybe.
I think I know what it is.
I can't see your bars though.
Okay. Well, you're good now. There we go. We're unmuted too
There we
for
go.
the fans at home. Oh, maybe not.
There we go. Okay.
Oh no, now you're. Oh man,
Is it still bad?
we're fine. We're figuring it out. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
We're all good. We're all good.
Excellent. Well, yeah. KJ's trying to be better. He's trying to get by Tyler.
Oh man. Trying.
He's been trying.
He's been trying. He has.
Looking high, looking low.
There's nowhere to go.
That could be some song lyrics there. Looking high, looking
Looking
low.
low. I've got
There's just nowhere to go. That's your JTN remix right there.
Wicked fresh.
Oh my gosh. Well, here comes KJ again. He's got to run off 4, looking low. So hard to hold that bottom. There's side by side down the backstretch.
Tristan, we've missed you. On Big Racers Podcast. New episode out now as we're watching the battle for third. And both of these guys are running out of time to try to catch Herman Reese.
We're sitting at 21 to go here. Suddenly. Ooh, KJ caught the apron a little bit going into 3. You still see the back end of that 029 kind of kicking out in corner entry.
Just trying to find a way around the 54.
He's got that fender underneath again. Side by side down the front stretch again. Oh, he's sideways. Catches it, hangs on. Cannot get by him. Nelly's trying to close the gap behind KJ now.
Well, that's going to be the question to ask all these drivers after this race. How hard was it to pass? And I think I know if the answer is going to be Chris.
Duh. Why'd you even ask that, Joe?
If someone responds with that, that'll be great. That'll be gold.
I will probably have to disconnect. I'll be laughing.
No
so
one
hard.
give them a tip.
No. We'll know who did it. Here he comes again. I mean, he dive bombed turn 3 to get alongside Tyler. Side by side again off 4. Battle for third. They make contact a little bit at the start-finish line.
AJ's going to have to do another pretty aggressive move down here in 1 and 2 to try to get around this 54. Can't get it done. Tyler holds on to the spot.
What a battle. This is for third. Meanwhile, Ken Hansen is slowly reeling in Herman Reese up front, but this battle's also closing up on him too, and they got a lap car in front as well. And remember the last time a lap car got in front of this group, and the leaders kind of got bunched up. Yep.
Herman Reese still out in front. 16 laps to go here from Phoenix.
Brian's going to get out of the way. So never mind on the bunch up.
Okay, if the game sounds crackling too, I literally don't.
Tyler
man.
makes a move on Ken. Here comes KJ with him. That's second and third now for Tyler and KJ. They clear Hansen. Now they're closing the gap on Reese. I think they were just waiting to get a little closer to time. Oh, KJ got loose again, had to lock it up.
Oh, Hansen had to get on the brakes. He's going to go around.
Abby's going to miss him. Clear.
Caution, though, going to be out here.
Caution is out.
And this sets up for an interesting finish.
Boy.
Do you pit for tires? What was the fall off there, Chris?
Oh, goodness.
About a second of fall off from the best laps they were running.
Yeah, about half a second, actually, for Tyler at least. But they were pushing really hard there at the end. So KJ kind of got loose going into 1 like we've seen him all night long. Again, I think it kind of caught him off guard. He locked it up trying to avoid him, and around he went.
I apologize if we're having audio issues, but I can't see them on my end.
You gotta love those gremlins that you don't know about.
Oh, let me tell you.
All right, now. I think if you're Herman Reese, you've got to get tires.
No, dude, I want.
You think?
I don't know. I'd want
Let's
track
see.
position.
He's down there.
I would really want track position.
But you didn't pit last time. Everybody's coming in. Never mind. But who's getting tires? Who's just topping it off?
Who's taking 2?
Yeah, definitely some opportunity to take 2. Boy. What we live for right here, Joe.
Chris is like, little kid in
Strategy.
candy store.
Let's go. Somebody take 2. Somebody take nothing. All right, who we got?
If you were going to take nothing, you wouldn't have pit.
Exactly.
4 tires
That's
going on the
fuel.
73.
I think Hansen's out.
Hansen's got 2.
Hansen's going to take 2. I think he's the only one that took 2. KJ's going to come out second. Mallon third. Reese falls back to 4th. Nelly 5th.
Wow.
And Clemens had a little issue coming into his box, so he fell back to 6th.
So Ken Hansen with 2 tires here.
I bet he was thinking more people were going to take 2.
I think so.
Oh, boy.
It is going to be...
But he didn't do bad up front with no tires on that last pit
He
stop.
didn't, but it was only 2 or 3 laps between
It
cautions.
was. This is going to be a lot different, but it's left sides that are older. So, depends on what your wear is on the left front, or on the left side. So, they've also gone through that heat cycle too. So, good boy. I still like it. We've seen how hard it's been to pass, but you got the 2 fastest cars right behind you, though. And they've been racing each other hard. So maybe he's hoping for that. But we have a short run, too, and KJ's been strong on the short runs. So maybe he's hoping he'll clear Hansen early on this restart and pull away from Tyler and hope Tyler gets hung up behind the 9 a little bit and get a little racing room. I love the Magoo shout out in the chat. Magoo, take 2. He did not. Just for the fans of Cody Luke, apparently he dropped out with a wheel issue.
He did not know wheel.
Yep. Or the wheel did not know him.
Well,
One of the two.
You know
Yep. That's a bummer. He had a fast car.
how it goes.
He had an issue off turn 4 and caught the wall on that last run and dropped like a rock after that. I don't know if he caught the wall again later on or whatnot, but either way, he's out. That's a shame. He was fast all night.
All right, so these guys are gonna get a little aggressive here, wouldn't you say, Chris?
Oh, a little?
I don't like to give him benefit of the doubt.
There's a driver in that 54 that's racing for more than just a win tonight.
Gonna be 10 laps to go here when we get the green flag.
10-lap shootout at Phoenix. Let's be thankful the start-finish line is where it used to be.
We got a new driver hashtag for Brain Fade, Brainiac Nation.
I like it. Yep, he's sitting 9th. Yeah.
Big thanks to Tristan for that one. That's a good one.
All right. Here we go.
Ken Hansen with control. 10 laps to go here from Phoenix, and we're back underway.
2 tires on the 9. Don't forget. Here we go.
Here comes the
KJ's
029.
already making a move.
Watch to see what this 54 does if he tries to get to the outside of the 029. Saw that outside line was the preferred one to try to hold on to a position. Maybe it could be the preferred one to try to take a position.
KJ clears him to the lead. Tyler's there side by side with Hansen. Hansen's loose off 4.
Going to lose another spot. Herman Reese now going to get to the inside 9 to go.
KJ got that gap he wanted, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Now, it's just like it was earlier. Can Tyler close that gap?
Watching the battle for 4th now between Hansen and Nelly. Herman Reese sitting there right in front in 3rd. But KJ has a decent lead over the 54 of Tyler Mallon.
Mallon just turned his fastest lap of the race. So did KJ. KJ ran a 26.797. Tyler ran a 26.869.
Big moment out of the 9 there in turn 1. Caught the 92 off guard. Clements going to slide back here. Important to note, Joshua Clements and Nelly are in a pretty tight contest for 2nd place in the overall points still. With just 3 races to go after tonight. Powell up the track, almost contact there with the 9. Again, this gaggle of cars back here for the top 5.
Low, 3 wide through the jog leg. The leaders are putting down some laps now. KJ, fastest that lap, 26.590, fastest lap of the night. Tyler ran his fastest lap, and it's over a 10th slower.
Oh, man.
That 029 is...
rocket ship.
It is gone. He was 2/10 of a second slower that lap, and Tyler just ran another fast lap, a 26.657. Half a 10th faster than KJ that time.
Swapping fastest lap on the track here in P1 and P2, but KJ with a substantial lead here late, coming to 4 laps to go from Phoenix.
That time by Herman Reese in 3rd was fastest, and he just ran his fastest lap.
KJ with a little wiggle there off of turn 2.
Don't count out that 73 back there.
3 to go.
Top 3 all within half a 10th of each other that time. I think at this point, Tyler's just waiting for KJ to
make a mistake. You're hoping for a slip up like that. I don't know what KJ.
I mean, he's had him tonight. I mean, he's been loose on entry.
KJ's just having fun out front, you know?
Let's hope he doesn't have too much fun.
Hope not. Off of turn number 4, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Death Craver, now available on Amazon.
Oh, he got loose again and won, Joe. Tyler couldn't take advantage of it yet.
Caution's out.
Caution's out. Monty Keller in turn 1.
Into 3 and 4 for the final time as we race back. A race in the early portion dominated by KJ. Strategy in the middle puts him out back, but BSR Kilojoules rallies back and wins here at Phoenix.
Clemens got Nelly at the line. That was the battle for 4th.
And again, these two racing with each other in the championship. Here's the race back. Clemens there looking to the inside of Nelly. Nelly washing up, gets into the wall.
And that got Clemens to 4th. That could be huge in the tally at the end of the year right there.
It could be.
Never know.
Here's what happened to Monty Keller. Down the front straightaway coming to the white flag.
Got Hansen there front. Hansen got a little loose, caught the wall, and unfortunately Monty Keller was collateral damage on that one. Well, KJ's not going to be salty tonight, Joe. How would you celebrate if you're sponsored by Salt?
I don't know, maybe make a little salt circle or something.
Maybe a salt angel. Somebody brings out like one of those big tins and just pours it on those. Yeah, maybe something like that.
Like a bag, like a big bag.
Yeah, a big bag of salt.
Table salt, though.
Yeah.
It looks better, not like road salt.
Right. Yes. They don't need that out here. They don't even know what that is.
Well, KJ continues the dominance here at Phoenix. Wins tonight, won last night, and the truck's going to look for the sweep tomorrow night. We'll talk with him. We'll talk with Tyler Mallon. We'll talk with Herman Reese here after tonight's race. Stick around for those interviews, as we'll get your post-race results here in a few moments. Yeah, but again, folks, can't thank you enough for tuning in here tonight. JTN, make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, doing so helps support us so much. Yeah, great night of racing here. Of course, racing with heavy hearts tonight. We'll talk with our top 3 here in a few moments, give them opportunities as well. And yeah, let's go ahead and start by talking.
And
oh man, do you want me to put you back, Herman?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay, all right. Fair. Talk with our 3rd place finisher. He's the driver of the number 73, Herman Reese. Obviously, you got a copy, so I'm not going to ask you that. That's my first question. But how you doing tonight, 3rd place finish?
Oof. Didn't think this was going to happen with the way the night was starting off for me. I did not want to see that last caution there because I was good on fuel. I know that was $1 million question, but I was plenty good on fuel.
A crucial call there of the caution before to stay out, where a lot of those guys kind of came down to pit to top off. Maybe they were a little more unsure of what their fuel situation was. What led you to stay out there? And then how are you able to did you have to feel like you were kind of managing the lead versus just trying to lay down hot laps, or were you laying down hot laps that entire run too?
No, I was like, thank you very much. I'll go ahead and I'll take another. I never changed the run. It's so hard to pass here was one thing, track position, but it was kind of funny that if you tried to baby the car, it actually made it worse. You know, trying to drive. Sorry, somebody's whispering in my ear. So I just kind of ran my pace and nobody pushed me, and I was good to go. I really, like I said, I was watching those guys come from the back, and I didn't want to see that last caution. It was unfortunate, but from where I started off the evening to where I finished, I can't believe it.
I was gonna say, I think I'd say, Chris had brought up, oh yeah, the 73 is running back there. I think you gained a couple of spots in the early run, and then we're kind of settling out to like 8th, 7th, 8th position or whatnot. How does that, strategy like that, flipping your race around, how does that kind of, trying to figure out how to phrase the question, but how does that work for you and the team? Does it obviously it completely changes your outlook for the race, but do you kind of have to make a different plan for the way that you wanted the race to go? Do you, I guess you mentioned it, you didn't really change too much because you weren't pressured there. Did you feel like you were going to have to change something and then were relieved that you didn't? What kind of happens there when you all of a sudden kind of everyone pits and pretty much hands you the race lead on a silver platter, and then you're going to take it all the way to the bank?
Yeah, I kind of knew. I was kind of monitoring what was going on, and I thought we'll get another that quick caution is what saved it, But if we got another one, I was going to be plenty good to go. I just knew that over the course of time and what I ran in that first run, lap wise, when I pitted, I still had probably 5 or 6 laps in the tank there. So I felt like I was pretty good. A lot of times you can't go by what what your car reads in there. You kind of got to go by a feel and the feel of the race. And in the beginning, I wasn't sure what I had. I was really, like I said, in the beginning, I was so terrible. I was worried that I was going to get loose. So I kind of let some guys get away so I could make sure that I had a stable car. And on that green flag stop, I made a couple adjustments, just woke it up, 2/10. And I think both times I was mowing down. That thing was so good through 3 and 4. I kind of backed off there at the end. I don't know if I could have got Tyler, but I was squeezing back on them guys a little bit. And it was just, I didn't think we were going to be speaking tonight, Joe. I just put it that way. So it ended up being a good night. And I ran here one time with these guys at this track before, and it was the same thing as struggle. And I managed to. It's such calamity errors. I accidentally unclicked the setup that I had and resaved, and I had to start over with like 10 minutes to go, and it just was wild. But having experience and knowledge to be able to kind of get a feel what I need, and so. But anyway, yeah, it was a good night, and it was good to see the guys again. It's a somber note. I feel bad. A good friend there, Robbie, known him 20-something years, I guess, and with his passing, I didn't even know till I got in here this evening. So I was kind of racing with a heavy heart, and prayers go to his family.
Well, Herman, again, 3rd place finish here tonight. Joining you in respect to Robbie and whatnot. Before we let you go, though, anyone else you want to send out some thanks or shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to Bob Swad putting this on, Brian Vols and the guys, and Magoo and the admin here let me come over and play every now and then. If I ever get this stupid new steering wheel deal figured out, you're going to talk to me a lot more. This has been a terrible season for our deal over here, but we're slowly working on it.
What you got
and
now?
It's good to see you guys. I upgraded my 27-year-old TSW to a DD1 with some ultimate pedals, and I just have a struggle. Bus has been real this year. So not as many wins as normal, and poles and just everything. It's every lap is on edge.
Fair enough. Well, Herman, glad we got to talk with you here tonight. Again, congratulations on the podium finish. Always a pleasure to kind of pick your brain after these races. Can't thank you enough for your time, and hope we're talking with you again soon.
Thanks. You guys have a great night. Appreciate it.
Herman Reese, driver of the number 73, your 3rd place finisher here tonight from Phoenix. Let's go ahead and head on down into Victory Lane and talk with the driver of the number 029 BSR Kilojoules. KJ, you got a copy? AJ does not have a copy.
He's partying, Joe.
AJ's partying. We'll go ahead and try to get back to KJ. Let's go ahead and bring in the driver of the number 54 tonight, BSR Tyler Mallon. Tyler, you got a copy.
I got a copy.
Okay,
Joe.
KJ didn't, but you do. Okay, cool. All right, 2nd place run here tonight. I felt like that first run you were hunting down that 029, and then pit stops came up, speeding penalty, bad. What did something? Do you feel like something went wrong here tonight, or was it just KJ kind of was class of the field as he has been here in years past?
Well, KJ's always been really good at this track. I mean, I think he's won like the last 5 races here in a row. So there's it's really good, I think, to just be close with him on this track, especially considering this is not my favorite track by any means. I'm not a Phoenix enjoyer, but I felt like maybe if it went all the way to the end, like we had a 40 lap run to the end, not a 42 lap, because that was I wasn't going to make it on fuel if it went green without that late caution there. But if the run was like 3 laps shorter, maybe I would have had a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. it's I'm really happy with the P2 here, especially for this 54 team. Gonna be missing Robbie for. He was a great guy, a lot of fun to be around. Excellent to race with. Wish he were still with us, but unfortunately, rest in peace, Robbie. But yeah, I'm glad to get his car a good finish.
Good finish here tonight. Obviously, we kind of know the championship scenarios here with 3 races left. What's the kind of, Watkins Glen next week, leave Texas the week after, then Homestead to wrap it up? I think that's how the schedule goes. What's the, is it push for 3 more victories? Is it wait and see for 3 weeks? Is it build for next year? What's the MO for your team here these last few weeks?
It's just not make any mistakes. Texas and Homestead are some pretty good tracks for me, I feel like. Watkins Glen is not.
As a track?
It is a track of all time. So we're just gonna try and get the best finishes we can, and see where we end up at the end of the season.
Well, Tyler, again, congratulations on the second place result tonight. Again, I think like a lot of the folks here tonight, I appreciate you taking up that 54 number this evening, driving it to a stellar finish. Before I let you go, though, I want to give you the opportunity. You got great folks behind you, supporting you, and a bunch of great folks shout out. Floor is yours. You know what to do.
Now, before I do any shout outs, I got an interview question for you. What's this I hear about green being your least favorite color on last week's broadcast? Huh? Got some explained into
Yeah, Joe, what was up with that?
Yeah.
It's just always been my least favorite color. It has nothing to do with you, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's the real backstory is college football is real to me and is my life. And the colors of one of the rival schools to my school are green and white. So, not a big fan of green race cars or t-shirts.
And you're also a Lions fan, so that knocks out the Packers too. So yeah. A lot of green. Yeah.
I'm going to choose to take it personally nonetheless. So,
I mean, you can take it personally. Yeah, you can take it personally if you want. I can't control how you take it. Wait a minute.
Well, first off, thanks to the entire BSR group for being such a great group of people to race with. KJ, we had a great battle there. We were side by side trying to duke it out for, I think, 3rd place at the time. That was a lot of fun. Robbie Nisus, obviously. I wish he could have been here tonight. Brian Voiles and Kathy Voiles for sponsoring the series. And John Deere for being on the card tonight.
Well, Tyler, again, as always, a pleasure getting the opportunity to talk with you. Can't thank you enough for your time here tonight after this one. Congratulations on a great result, and hope to be talking with you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Tyler Mallon, driver of the number 54, your second place finisher here tonight from Phoenix. Let's go ahead and head back down into Victory Lane and talk with the driver of the 029 BSR Kilojoules. KJ, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm down here with some sponsored beer, Joe. I got you.
Okay, a couple of them so far?
We've had quite a few tonight, but we're keeping the party going all night.
Okay, all right. Keeping the party going tomorrow night too, right?
I tell you what, Fridays has always been my kryptonite for some reason, so we'll see what happens.
What happened in this race? It felt like it was kind of slipping through your fingers there midway through with where that caution came out, and then some strategies that kind of got played out.
Actually, Joe, I thought I was pretty good. I was right where I wanted to be.
Okay.
Yeah, they couldn't make it in front of me. They were having to save fuel.
Herman said he could make it.
I think I would have caught Herman based off lap times.
Would you have passed him, though?
There's a lot of places to go. I can go in the apron on the backstretch. We can try
I don't know. Nobody was passing tonight.
I would have gave it every bit I could. You seen how I was trying to pass Tyler. That would have been the same effort I gave for Herman right there.
Okay, so in a good position there, you feel like, despite maybe what it looked like to us up in the booth, us uneducated folk up here in the booth. Is that a good way to put it? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I was thinking, Joe, if you want me to.
Okay. Yeah.
So I topped off that last lap for the restart, and I was 1 lap short. But I know this track, the longer you go, the slower you get, you save more fuel. And I could see Tyler and the guys, and I think Ken was trying to save a little bit, and I could see Tyler backing the entry up more and more. That's why I was trying to pass him. I figured if I can get around him, I can
Set
push
sail.
the pace because I could push the pace a little bit and have more fuel. I can either make him run out of fuel or I can make him clutch more or just try to make it to the end. So I was doing everything I could. I was sideways a bunch of times trying to get around him, but I was where I wanted to be. I'd rather be the leader, but I wasn't on the right side of the strategy call.
I feel like I ask you after every Phoenix race, but what's the secret sauce to being good here?
The lap time is all turn one. You gotta get the car where you can get in 1 and 2. You can be good in 3 and 4 and be awful in 1 and 2. It won't work that way. You can adjust 3 and 4, run different lines. 1 and 2, you have to have it right, because if you can get down in that corner, a lot of people get a little tight or miss the entry and they kind of push exit, and you can get 2/10 on them easy in 1 and 2. It's also, you got to run the right lap time and the right line for that lap time. You can easily burn the tires off here too. This track's really fast, and you wouldn't think it would burn the tires off as much grips in this track compared to the game track version. There's a little more grip in this version, but you will burn the tires off and you will overheat that right front very easily if you run it too hard. I try to keep it as low as possible on the exit, kind of just turn it to the right on exit to try to keep as much heat as I can out of that right front.
Well, KJ, always doing a stellar job here at Phoenix. I mean, maybe you could say a Stella job, because I know that's one of the sponsors you got down there in Victory Lane with you.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah, well, you should hear some of Chris's about your other sponsor on the
Don't
card
bring
tonight.
don't bring me into that. Not right now.
Before we let you go, again, you got a lot of great partners on this 029 team. Got some great folks to shout out. Got some great things to shout out. Want to get, floor is yours. You know what to do.
Yeah. The sponsor, Chris, I threw some salt in Matt's car tonight. That's why I didn't even make the grid. Engine wouldn't work. But shout out to the sponsor, more than salt. No, it was a good race. That was a lot of fun. Phoenix puts on a good race for everybody. A lot of fun racing with Tyler up front. A lot of give and take. I almost wrecked him a couple times, but we made it work. Appreciate everybody showing up. Thanks to you, Joe, and Chris here in the booth at JTN for broadcasting here tonight. I'll go back and watch it probably tonight before I go to bed. I'm sure it was, quality top notch as always. Thanks to everybody here at Bomb Squad for showing up each and every week and supporting us the way they do. Thanks to Brian and Kathy Voles Trucking for sponsoring Thursdays as always. And, thoughts and prayers are with Robbie's family. Robbie was a good guy. He might not have been the fastest guy on the track, but he was always there to talk to you and always lending an ear, and he was not short of conversation. He would talk your head off if you let him. So everybody needs a guy like Robbie in the league. Good guy. Everybody's got their place in the league, and Robbie had his place in the league just like everybody here. So thoughts and prayers with Robbie's family, and shame what happened there, and big loss to the community. He was everywhere racing. Everybody knows Robbie. He's been around forever, probably longer than me, and I've been around forever too. So thoughts and prayers with the family, and that's pretty much all I got, Joe. I will see y'all next week.
Well, KJ, again, as always, appreciate your time after the race. Can't thank you enough for lending us some of your insights. And again, congratulations on the big win here tonight, and hope to be talking with you again soon.
All right, thank you guys.
BSR Kilojoules, KJ, driver of the 029, race winner here tonight from Phoenix. Chris, that's going to wrap up our coverage here. We get back on the road to go to upstate New York, Watkins Glen, 1 week from tonight. 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time with our friends here at BSR. Again, 1 week from tonight from Watkins Glen.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that road course, Joe. Gonna be a lot of fun with these guys. KJ again putting on a clinic here at Phoenix as he's been doing for the last couple of years. Nobody's figured out what he's got yet, so he's just gonna keep on winning until somebody does. But and again, definitely want to give our thoughts and prayers and condolences to the Robbie's family. Definitely a big loss, and we'll be thinking about him over the course of the next couple of weeks. And like I said, we'll let you know when that memorial race is scheduled, and be sure to tune in for that.
Folks, again, can't thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. A big thank you, as always, here on Thursday nights goes out to Brian and Kathy Voiles Trucking, for their support of our broadcasts here on JTN on Thursday nights, as well as the Bomb Squad Racing League. Big thank you to those Bomb Squad Racing League admins and drivers and teams that do a stellar job of keeping us up to date on things and working with us through these broadcasts and just letting us have a good old time here on Thursday nights. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for my colleague Chris Pickett, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
3 wide for second, but Sean Whitehill is going to bring it home and win the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Ricky J closing up off turn 4. He's going to have a run to the inside. He blocks into the grass. Checkers out. Hardy wins it.
Ricky, what's going on in your brain right now?
Yeah, putting on 4 big rubber shoes and 2 gallons of, not 2 gallons, 2 cans of exploding dino juice here, Joe.
Down to the tunnel turn. These guys are throwing it through there and around to the back.
To the wall, as well as RJ Bishop. Down in front of Keith Hughes. Oh, no! Big RJ Bishop.
Oh my God!
Ricky J, big crash into the wall. The leaders have wrecked. Ricky J is upside down. Magoo is hard on the wall. Tyler Mallon escapes with no damage. Everybody else in this main group, including Nelly, is junk.
Through the north chute, they'll go. The 24's into the wall. Almost contact there. The 10 with the shallow entry into turn 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Folks, the 24's in the wall. They make contact around. Napick goes on through the flip. Rich Napick's going to win the